Hey guys, what is up? It is True Killer 360 here, and today I have my top 10 most anticipated games of 2016. It is now 2016. We left 2015 behind us. There was quite a few great games in 2015, and I do plan on doing, some kind of game awards for 2015. Just have to get that all set up. But today we are talking about the games pretty much I am looking forward to most in 2016. I'll be doing a top 10. And, I have quite a few games here. I have a few honorable mentions that didn't make the top 10, but, I'm still kind of looking forward to. So, I do want to start off by saying that if you guys agree with any of these, definitely let me know in the comments below. I just want to know your guys' top 10 in general, and maybe I'll do some kind of top 10, subscriber games, what you guys are looking forward to most. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started off. So, I'm going to start off with some honorable mentions. At first, we have Mafia 3. Now, Mafia 3 looks like a very, very great game. However, haven't actually played any of the Mafia games, so it's definitely going to be a first for me. So, like I said, they released gameplay of it, and it doesn't look that bad, so I definitely have to give that one a chance. Next up, we have Doom. Now, Doom, I've never played the original Doom, but this new one, holy crap, is this thing gory. You just talk about blood and gory, that's all you need to describe this game. You walk up to somebody with your chainsaw, chop them in half, their guts fall over the floor, there's blood splattered everywhere. It is a very cringe-worthy game, but it looks pretty awesome. Definitely have to try that one out. Next I have Watch Dogs 2. The original Watch Dogs, kind of a disappointment. I feel like it should have been a lot better, and let's hope Watch Dogs 2 is more like a Grand Theft Auto, but with the Watch Dogs, kind of physics and stuff. So, hopefully Watch Dogs 2, hopefully they'll, kind of try to recapture that excitement we had for the original Watch Dogs, because I felt like the original really was a disappointment. Hopefully Watch Dogs 2 will be a great game. Now, in my final honorable mention, now, I know some of you are going to hate me for this, not even hate me, but I don't know. Call of Duty. I know a lot of you don't like Call of Duty, but I, for one, love Call of Duty. And we have Infinity Ward up next, up to bat with their next Call of Duty. So what I'm kind of hoping for is either a continuation on the Modern Warfare series. Hopefully they ditch Ghost, because Ghost was not a good game. Hopefully they get that through their minds and won't try to do a Ghost 2. In my mind, if they do put out Call of Duty Ghost 2, it's going to be one of the worst selling Call of Duties ever. So hopefully they don't do that. Modern Warfare 4 could possibly be a great game. I love Modern Warfare 1. Modern Warfare 2 was one of the best Call of Duties made so far. Modern Warfare 3, the best-selling Call of Duty so far. There was a few issues with that, mostly like spawning issues and multiplayer. But overall, Modern Warfare 3 was a great game. I was very good at it, and I did love playing it. So we'll have to see what Call of Duty is going to be like. Now, enough with the honorable mentions. Let's go ahead and get into my top 10 most anticipated games of 2016. At number 10... I have Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Now, this one might kind of surprise some of you guys, like, why does he like Plants vs. Zombies? Now, actually, I was able to get Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare for free from EA, because EA had a little weekend where they were offering the game away for free, so I went ahead and picked it up, and I started playing it, and that game is a lot of fun. Highly recommend you guys pick up Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, the first one at least, and even just try it out. I'm sure it's very cheap right now, because, they were giving it away for free, so I don't imagine it's, very expensive at all. So, highly recommend you guys pick that up, and if you don't decide to pick it up, at least pick up Garden Warfare 2. It's going to be a needed game for me to get, because Garden Warfare, it's not really a competitive shooter, it's more of a casual, and it's just a lot of fun to play, especially when you get some friends. There's just something about running around as a cactus that shoots stuff out of your little mouth hole and killing people. Yeah, there's something about it. It's just a lot of fun. Moving on to number 9, I have Titanfall 2. Now, the original Titanfall was a Xbox One and PC exclusive. We did not see it on any of the PlayStation consoles, which kind of a bummer, because, I remember watching the gameplay for it, and I'm like, this game looks pretty cool, and then being bummed out when I saw that it was an Xbox exclusive. So definitely have to look forward to that, whether it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive or it's going to release for all the consoles and PC. We'll have to see about that. At number 8, I have Trackmania Turbo. If you guys haven't heard about this game, just kind of picture you're pretty much like an RC car, and you're driving around these just insane maps that do loops and jumps and all this other stuff. It looks very interesting, so I highly recommend you guys even just check out some gameplay on that. It looks very cool. At number 7, now I do want to say I hope this game is not a disappointment. I was very excited for it, but I've read a lot of, kind of like pre-release reviews and people are just talking about it, saying that it's possibly not going to be as great as it sounds. No Man's Sky. I was really excited for this game when they kind of first released, gameplay or just even talked about it in general. Just to think that, there's an unlimited amount of like worlds out there that you can visit. Each one pretty much totally different from the last. You will never run into the same world twice. It seems like an awesome idea, especially, next gen is awesome and, all this other stuff. So we'll definitely have to look forward to that one. Hopefully that one's good. Fingers crossed. So let's go ahead and continue. At number 6, I have Tom Clancy's The Division. Now, I have a couple friends that are very excited about this game. One of them being my friend Brody. He is very into Tom Clancy games. He bought Siege, and I've been playing it with him a little bit. We played the crap out of the beta. Haven't played as much in the full game, but Tom Clancy's The Division doesn't look too bad. I've watched quite a bit of gameplay on it. The graphics are just amazing. I remember when they first released screenshots for the game, and I was just blown away. It literally looked like, they kind of made almost like an apocalyptic scene in world life and then in real life, and just took a picture of it and said it was a screenshot. The graphics are very, very good for that game. So let's move on to number 5. At number 5, I have Borderlands 3. Borderlands is an excellent series. Highly recommend you guys get into it. I actually started out with Borderlands 2. I played with my friend Preston. We played a lot. So definitely recommend getting that. Borderlands 2, fantastic game. In my mind, the best Borderlands out of the series so far. I didn't get to play Borderlands 1, but, from what he told me, you really didn't need to, because they kind of explain it in the beginning of Borderlands 2. Pre-sequel, it was okay. It just felt really, it felt like a DLC almost. So, highly recommend you guys pick up Borderlands 2 if you guys haven't played it, and try that out. And Borderlands 3, next big game in that series. The pre-sequel wasn't, I don't think it counted as like a huge release game, because they just kind of used everything from Borderlands 2, but kind of made a new game, but didn't. It's very complicated. So let's go ahead and move on to number 4. This one may be a surprise for some of you. People really haven't talked too much about this game. At number 4, I have Homefront: The Revolution. I played the original Homefront game on, I believe it was the PS3. I played that with my friend Brody, the one who was very excited for The Division. And we sat there and we grinded that game, and I believe we beat that game in one day. The original Homefront, the storyline was very, very short. However, I liked the gunplay a lot in that game, and the multiplayer. I was really, really into the multiplayer. I was very good at it, and I had a lot of fun. And the original Homefront, it's a pretty old game now. If you guys don't know what Homefront was like, it's basically North Korea basically attacks and takes over the U.S. And that's pretty much what it's about. You're trying to eliminate North Korea from the U.S. And so let's hope that Homefront: The Revolution 1 has a much longer storyline, because the original Homefront was very, very short. So moving on, at number 3, I have The Walking Dead. I know that there's a lot of Walking Dead games out there already. For instance, The Walking Dead, whatever that one was with Daryl and his brother, Survival Instinct, I think it was called. There's the Telltale, and there's even a Michonne Telltale Walking Dead game coming out as well. But this isn't any of those. This is Overkill's The Walking Dead. If you guys know Overkill, they are the developers of Payday. It created Payday 1 and 2. That could mean this game is going to be a fantastic game, because Payday is a very, very successful and liked game. However, the company Overkill, not so much. So I am hoping that this is going to be a good game, but some things that are, kind of making me, question whether I want to get it or not is, for instance, Overkill, they promise no microtransactions in Payday. However, you get on Payday today and there are microtransactions, and pretty much all they said about that was they kind of shrugged their shoulders and said sorry. It's just kind of raises a few questions whether they're totally devoted to their games. Another thing that's been brought up to me is The PS4 version is supposed to be on par with the PC version for Payday 2, and they are nowhere close. The PC version has a ton of crap. PS4, not so much. So I don't want to talk too much about that. Let's keep continuing. At number 2, this is one of my favorite series, really, in video game history, really. I have Far Cry Primal. Now, this kind of changes from what we're used to with the Far Cry universe, and we go back hundreds, if not thousands of years. I'm not exactly sure when this takes place, but I do know that there's like mammoths and saber-toothed tigers walking around. So, I'm assuming it's probably thousands of years. Far Cry, one of my favorite game series ever. First got my hands on Far Cry with Far Cry 3. Fantastic game, amazing storyline, one of the best characters really ever, and he was a bad guy. Voss from Far Cry 3, like I said, he's probably the best video game character of all time, in my opinion. I get that he was the bad guy, but he was so funny to watch. He was just so psychotic, and there's just something about it. Highly recommend you guys go back, play Far Cry 3, play Far Cry 4. Far Cry 4 is a fantastic game. Not as good as Far Cry 3 in my opinion, but still they're both very playable, and I'm sure you will enjoy both those games. So, finally, at number 1, this is a game that hasn't officially been confirmed for 2016, but a lot of speculation and rumors say that it is going to come out either 2016, 2017. Crossing my fingers that it's 2016. I don't know if I can go another year without this franchise. Now, this is a franchise that, I've pretty much purchased on every single PlayStation console. And I actually have purchased it on every console. Without further ado, at number 1, I have Gran Turismo 7. I am a huge racing fan, whether it's, like racing on the streets like Need for Speed, or racing on a circuit, for instance, like Gran Turismo. Doesn't really matter what it is. I am a huge racing fan, and I definitely can't wait for Gran Turismo 7. I played the crap out of the whole series. I had I believe the first 2 for PlayStation 1. I skipped out on either 3 or 4. I think it was 4. Not quite sure which one. I played the crap out of 5. That is one of my most played games, is Gran Turismo 5. They did so well in that game. It had so many cars, and pretty much the dealerships, the used car dealership, the new car dealership. That game was like perfect in my opinion. If I could go back and play it today, I definitely would. Gran Turismo 6, pretty good game. Not as good as 5. They eliminated, for instance, the used car dealership, which what I thought was most awesome about that was you could go in and you could actually find these rare cars that not many people have in the used car dealership, and you could buy them. And I thought that was kind of cool to have kind of the rarity of cars in the game. I thought that was really awesome. And then in Gran Turismo 6, they added nitrous into the game. You don't need nitrous. It's a circuit racer. All cars are supposed to be like equal. You don't want one car having nitrous and, just breaking the game. So hopefully Gran Turismo gets back to its Gran Turismo 5, like phase. And, that's probably like the game for me of the next few years. Definitely can't wait to get my hands on Gran Turismo. Love racing games, especially if I end up picking up a wheel or something for it. It's going to be even better. So, there's my top 10 and my honorable mentions. Let me know in the comments below if you guys either agree with this. You guys, I will leave the top 10 in the description below, so if you guys want to rearrange it, or just let me know your top 10, I will definitely want to hear from you guys. I'll probably be doing another video about subscribers' top 10, so I'll probably be compiling all your top 10 lists together and then making a list out of that and seeing what games that you guys want to see most. So definitely let me know in the comments below. Feel free to tweet me on Twitter. I just created a Facebook page for my YouTube, so if you guys are on Facebook, feel free to search TK360 Gaming on Facebook. All these links are in the description below. So, yeah, make sure you let me know what your guys' top 10s are, and if you guys agree with mine or not, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day, and peace out.